car order. It's always been car order.
I strongly disagree.
That's the way it is. Ripped him out through the window in a nice way.
Just so I can go down and drink a carton while everyone punches on.
Just pisses me to tears. That's the worst thing you can do.
You shut up, you hack. Talking about boat ramps, this is what I wanted to get through from the start. What he said.
Oh, you just been an idiot.
And welcome to the Chumming Up Podcast, the fishing, spearfishing, and ocean adventure podcast that is like my penis. You know, because we're only small, but your mum's probably a fan. I am Squirly, and with me, as always, is LEEWOLD. Mitchell, how you going, big horse?
I don't know. I heard that intro before, and
Yep.
I still think it's fucking funny. That one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we already fucked up the first intro because we had some technical difficulties. Which is also like my penis. So, sometimes it doesn't work when it's supposed to.
I think that's a bit much anyway. I think we should get off topic on that.
off topic. Well, do you want to tell everyone what you've been up to? Because I heard it last time, but they didn't. So
Nah. But we'll just go through this, so just so everyone can relate. The recording thing on my end went flat because of the batteries, and then looking for takes double A's.
Yep.
Then it takes 4, and I could only find 2. One's an Energizer, and one's a Vata or some fucking thing from China.
Yeah, it's a fucking cheap one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much good. So it got 2 new batteries out of 4, so it's like every TV remote that's ever existed where it only gets 1 battery changed, or you just roll the battery or something to get you through. But
I've been rolling my batteries in my TV remote for fucking 6 months, and I still get angry when it doesn't work, and then I just change them back over. Still fucking going.
How is it with a remote? You can just literally roll them or agitate them, and then they'll last like a week, and you it's like fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fucking just keep it going rather than just pay, what is it, fucking $10 and then I won't have to do it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Nah, it's worth
Or you get the real dog act of where you get someone change the batteries and then put the old ones back in a drawer. And then when you're real desperate for batteries, you find old batteries that are already flat. And it's like, the fuck are these good for? Why did these not go in the bin?
The worst part about that is it happens to me all the time, but I live by myself as well. So it's like no other person to fucking blame. But there's all old batteries somewhere. And I'll take out new batteries and also put them in a drawer. So
fucking they're just the biggest cunt of a thing. I've literally got about 40 AAA batteries looking at me. I tell you what, if I needed a AAA, I wouldn't be able to find one.
Yeah. Fuck off. Like finding batteries for me is like an escape room just in my own home. You know, like solving clues about where the ones are that fucking work.
It's fucked.
Yeah. Anyway, we've wasted about 5 minutes talking about batteries. What fishing have you been up to?
So I took the family up to Lake Eildon for Australia Day weekend, and that was fucking sick. It was busy as fuck, as you could imagine. There was boats everywhere. So we took the swags this time. The other times I've been there was with the motorhome. So we took the boat to camping spots.
Yep.
And that was fucking sick. No one camping around us. There was a brown snake in our camp, but that was all right. He moved on.
Yeah, right.
And my daughter got her PB Murray cod on the trawl. It was the 59 centimetre one, and my young bloke got his PB yellow belly with a 55 centimetre at 7.3 pounds. So it was fucking unreal trip.
Fuck yeah. Got to be happy with that, don't you?
Yeah, it was good. We did a fair bit of trolling just because it keeps the family pretty interested.
Yep.
We did some bait fishing when we were at camp. Chucked a bit of chicken on the hook and cast them out, and I had been given some of them little bells you click on the end of your rod.
Oh, yeah.
And the missus one went off, and she went down there, and then the fish fell off when she was halfway winding it in, which is pretty unlucky on a circle hook.
Yep.
But my young bloke got hold of one of them and was sticking it on his rod while we were trawling. Fuck me, have you never heard a more annoying thing? Fuck, just... But no, it was good. So we're trawling this bit of a gutter thing, and another boat come along and they were scoping it and casting, and they were right next to our trawl pattern. We were just going up and back. They come right in the middle of it. No, nice guys. But yeah, Charlie got like a 52 or 54 centimetre cod. And then not long after we were going back, they got a 99. And then Harv's got his yellow belly, which was on a 5 metre barra classic, which is the same lure he got his metre 13 barra on.
Yep.
But that's why he wanted to use it. So there's a hot tip, barra lures for yellow belly.
Big yellow belly?
Big yellow belly. And then not long after, we got that right next to him. Then not long after that, they got like an 82 or an 84. So it was a fucking hot little run there.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, the guy that caught the 99 to us, he didn't get it on the scope because he was the like co-angler, so he was just casting out the back into the middle, and the other guy was using the scope. And yeah, the poor bugger, I took some photos of him boat side and that. He got total cod thumb because he had his thumb in its mouth. I tried to give him some gloves to put on, but the dude was like fucking Andre the Giant. They don't make gloves big enough to fit him, so his photos look like he's in like a fucking 2 metre punt with a bloody 50 centimetre cod, but it's a 99 centimetre cod in a 5.5 metre boat. You know, he's just huge, dude.
Yeah. Got the Dan Chapman's going on where you just make every fish look small.
Yeah, that's right. That's where it's good. Me and Tim McDonald go out together and you fucking get a few photos. Everything looks huge because we're only short.
Yeah. That's why I stay skinny, just so the fish look fat. Didn't work for that red that I speared that was just under 10, but...
Just under 10 red.
Yeah, just under 10.
Yeah, about fucking 7.5 kilos under.
Yeah. Probably 8, to be honest. Well, it fucking got enough bites afterwards anyway.
Oh, yeah, the clickbait is so good how people get their knickers in a twist over it,
Jeez, so angry. Like, fucking calm down. Yeah, know how it feels. And you did a bit of trout fishing as well. I was saying you posted a couple photos with some big brown trout. Yeah,
that's right. So, yeah, my dad's mate, it's got a block with a river running through it, and his daughter is a mechanic and done a service on mine and my dad's car. So we went up there, and then the mate wasn't there, he's working, so he lent us his ute and said go for down the back and have a fish. And yeah, we got three reddies, all about 3 pound each, like massive ones, and I lost another one just as like easy as good as the biggest one. Lifting him off the bank, he fell off. Then the old boy got like about a 3 pound brown, and then I got one a bit bigger, maybe 4 pounds, started getting the hook on his jaw. But the guy's daughter who was doing our car services, she caught like a 6 pounder out of there a couple of weeks back. So
that's sick,
yeah, I think we might have been that could be we might have cut our own throats on fishing there again. Don't know how welcome we'll be back in there, but I let mine go. But the old boy wanted a bit of a feed, which thank God, because those bloody redfin are fucking beautiful.
Yeah, good, eh?
Real good, yep. Like I said to you when I had them, they're easily as good as any saltwater fish I've ever eaten. They're really good, especially when they're a good size like that, because a lot of the times you catch them, they're just tiny. Like where we were trawling in Eildon, there was actually a big ball of redfin on the side imaging, and that's why we're trawling there. You could actually see the cod balling them up, and yeah, we did a bit of fishing for them afterwards just with some tiny little blades, and they're like fucking minute, you know, they're like tiny, like catching yakkers.
Yep.
Yeah. So them big ones are really good.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome. I got to try it. Like I told you, I haven't fucking eaten them yet, haven't caught one, but yeah, pretty keen. I mean, obviously,
we'll have to
you get
hit them up when you come over for the Cod National, see if we can give it one last hit.
Yeah, fuck oath. Yeah, that's coming up fairly shortly too. I've got to take off over east for work about 3 weeks before it, so I'm over east the whole way through up until the comp. So hopefully,
if it's 3 weeks before it, that's only a week or two away, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, fly out. It just work. So I won't be able to do much fishing or comedy through that period. So yeah, might be a bit rusty for both come the Nationals.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you'll be all right.
Nah, she'll be right. Fucking I just finished all my Fringe World shows here, so survived some of the fucking weirdest critics I've had. So,
Yeah, I seen one you shared yesterday, like some woman or something that, I don't know what, fucking took something way too literally.
yeah. So about my goat noise joke. But
Yeah.
that's the funny thing. Everyone thinks it's a woman because I obviously didn't share the rest of it. It's a bloke. I seen him. He's a British bloke. I picked him out early, the dog. So he's...
Oh, well, that shows how sexist I am, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it shows probably like more how weird he is. He's getting offended for women that no way would get offended by that joke. Like, it's the least offensive joke I reckon I tell.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking silly. I literally do a goat noise and talk about how that goat noise is so good it could get women pregnant. You know, like, there's no one in the world that could take that fucking seriously except for old Peanut there. So yeah,
that would do my fucking head in, like Peanut critics like that, eh?
Yeah, well, just the way, like, he literally says in it, but what is he saying? It's like, it's not that fucking deep, mate. Really, I just do good goat noises, and I wanted an excuse to fucking do it on stage. That's about it.
Yep.
If you wanted to be critical of anything, it's that my goat noises, when I do them in the city, I change them a little bit so they sound a little bit more like a sheep, because city people can't really tell the difference between a goat and a sheep. They think they're similar. So a goat noise is meh, but in the city I got to go meh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to fuck that one up in fucking New Zealand because they'd know.
Yeah. If you fuck that up in New Zealand, then I'd be pregnant.
That's right. They'd be on. You wouldn't be getting criticised like that anyway.
Nah, Dorman's not going to help you either, is he? Anyway, we're up to episode 51. We fucking made it, the big 5-1. But obviously that means we're all out of fucking ideas about what to talk about. We talked about it all, short bill spearfish, fucking live scoping, and boat order or car order. So we are stealing other people's ideas now. So someone hit us up on Instagram. Jeremy Doney was his name. He shared a video of his mate missing a green jobfish at the back of Rottnest. I don't think he told us who his mate was, so we can't pay out on him. But, you seen the video, eh?
I did see the video. It's pretty cool, especially green jobby at Rottnest. That's sick.
Yeah. So I think we were talking before about how far south you've sort of heard of them getting shot, like the Abrolhos type area. That was
I know they're at the Abrolhos fairly regularly.
Yep.
You know, they I don't think there's big ones there. I think they're smaller.
Yep.
And they're sort of, in my sort of thoughts, they're that sort of fish. They're coastal, you know, like you get them Ningaloo Reef and the islands, Long Island and Murons and Peak and all that. But then they don't sort of go inside there all the way into Onslow, and then they go up. They don't go into Barrow, and they sort of go up to the Monties and to the Rollies and all through that coastal stuff. So it makes sense that they'd go from then around the outside, like the deeper currents carry their eggs or whatever it is that makes them end up there. Like semi-pelagic demersal thing. And so it sort of half makes sense to be at Rottnest. You know, you might get the odd one on Turtle Dove Shoal maybe, which is sort of through that way, that between the Abrolhos or south of the Abrolhos.
Yep.
But like we said before, I think the other thing is you sort of need someone spearfishing, because you and me know as good as anyone, you can get them in mega schools and you won't catch any on the rod. So
yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
And like we said before, like the GoPro being on everyone is just a game changer for that, because otherwise it's just some bloke coming back to the boat claiming he missed a green jobfish and everyone going, shut up, you peanut. it was a fucking skippy or something.
Yeah, that's right. It's just the lie detector, isn't it? But I think going on the green jobfish, the East Coast is the same. They'll get them outside Moreton Island and then down into New South Wales and then all the way out the outside of the Great Barrier Reef, just wherever there's any real tidal, currenty water. So,
yep.
Yeah, where there's like a current, it's what they like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen one at Christmas Island. I think someone might have caught one, actually.
Yeah, well, they're a funny fish. They can be like singular or like one out, and they just sort of on big atolls and islands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they can also be like mega schooled up on like lumps and stuff. So they're and then one will act like pelagic, swim up to the surface and swim around, and then when they're in the mega schools, sometimes they'll just hug the bottom, and yeah, they're almost like two different fish in the way they can behave sometimes.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the first one I ever seen was caught on lure. Might have been a shallow diver. And yeah, it was like, fuck. I think that was like maybe 2 years into working on the charter boats. And then,
yeah, we used to get the odd one, commercial mackerel fishing.
Yep.
And you'd get a few like wet lining as well. Dan Chapman got a 16 kilo one with me on a hand line.
Oof.
Once right up near Trial Rocks there.
Yep.
So that was the biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, right. We got lots of small ones on North Murons. We had a spot. It was Steve's spot, but where you could pull up and bottom fish and catch like the odd spango, like when it was really slow. But if you had like a sinking muley on the back, like no weighted muley, it'd sink down and you'd get one, maybe two green jobbies there, like over a bit of time. So that was kind of weird, like because I think you needed the other fish not to take the muley for you to have long enough to catch a green jobby, but also a lot of green jobbies there, whereas anywhere else, normally something else will take it before the green jobby does, I guess. So because we went and dived there, and it wasn't like there were more green jobbies there than the good diving spots where you wouldn't catch them online, if that makes any fucking sense at all. Yeah, they're cool fish though, like one of the real fun ones to spear. So
they're one of the coolest fish going. They got a lot going for them.
Yeah, wicked looking. The first time you see them, you're like, fucking, that's a cool fish.
And hunting them's cool. They can be dumb, but usually they're pretty smart. You want to hit the bottom, and and then they fight hard as fuck, bury you in the rocks and try and snap you off and all the sorts of stuff. So they're bloody awesome. Grow big.
Yep. Yeah. And their fucking jaws are awesome. Just their face looks cool as shit.
They get real mean looking.
Yeah. So fish that you've seen caught or caught yourself that have been in spots that you wouldn't expect them?
I was spearfishing with Tom Matheson off Augusta, and he shot like a 22 kilo mac with us while we were trying to shoot like blue grouper and stuff there. So that was really cool to see him shoot that there. I know they get them at Rottnest, but yeah, down around there was pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking sick, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got one messaged in from Callum Edinger that speared a big blue groper and a Spanish mackerel off the same spot. I think he said around Mandurah. So, I mean,
that's cool, eh?
That's kind of cool getting those two, like, together.
Yeah.
As a pairing, that's fucking a pretty cool pairing to fucking hold up, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a cool pairing. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. The only problem with spearing, like, Spanish macs down this far south is when they're taking off and you're swimming after them, you're thinking more about a big white being around than your normal whalers and silkies and shit that you get up north that are bad enough.
Yeah, that's right. I know the ones like Rottnest and that one Tom got that day, they're a lot thicker set, eh? They're not skinny like the warm water ones. Yeah, they don't have to be that big to be big.
Yep.
To weigh a lot, yeah.
That just the cold water?
Must be, yeah. They're just a lot thicker set, the ones I've seen.
Yep. Fuck.
Yeah, like a muscly mackerel, like all real good nick ones.
Yep. Fuck, that's cool. Yeah, I suppose with all the fads they're putting out along the coast, there'd be more captures down this way. I mean, there's been a fair few I've seen of Spanish Max. Like, not a fair few, but a lot more than what you used to see coming through.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you mentioned before about your mate Cade Brown.
Yeah, he caught a robbo somewhere
Yeah.
there off Rotto or buddy, what's that other buddy shithole?
Rockingham.
Rockingham, that's the one.
Yep.
Rockingham. Even though Rockingham's not that bad, it's just that I grew up in Mandurah, so there's always been the rivalry.
Yeah.
But yeah, he caught a robbo there a fair few years back. That's cool. I hadn't heard of any others being caught there, but like we'd said, I know there's been a few reds caught around Rotto on that.
Yep. Yeah, a few goldies caught out in like 90 metres around Rotto.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I seen a photo a while back, but yeah, I think Send and Ben Sport Fishing were the ones saying out of Perth, 90 metres gold band caught. So I think there was a little run of it. So
yeah, I know. Tim McDonald shot a few. Him and Bolo and them guys have shot a few like little doggies off Brisbane and the Gold Coast and stuff.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Fuck, I wouldn't have picked that.
No, they only get real little ones there. They're like literally like a foot long, like little buddy skipjack type things.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Fuck,
Yep.
that's sick.
Yeah, that's cool. I suppose when you got, the Coral Sea above it, the best coral bloody atoll in the world, just feeds down a bit with the East Coast current.
Yep. Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, did Cade also see that broadbill in one of the...
Yeah, it was in Fremantle Harbour, wasn't it? Like in the fishing,
might have been.
like in the Cicerello bloody bit there.
Yeah. So there was all footage going up about it. People were like casting lures and shit at it.
Yeah, trying to jag it. I think it was like a little one, like 3 foot
Yeah.
long type thing.
Yeah, and then the weird thing was there was another one in Hillary's last year in
Yeah,
Hillary's boat harbour. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon happened there? Like,
I don't know, mate. Maybe they just coming in shallow because they're juveniles, bit like marlin do, to feed on like littler shit and just getting stuck in there.
yeah, because like you understand it in Hawaii, you hear about that shit sort of happening, but it's like deep right out the front there. Whereas here, it's like that's a fucking long way.
I wonder if the lights or something have something to do with it, like how they're attracted to glow sticks sort of just gets them coming in. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking mad because, like it's not like you ever hear of them anywhere else along the coast where you catch them out deep and then see them in shallow or, like I've never heard of a broadbill getting caught like inside the reef of Exmouth. Like inside the Niggler Reef. Why haven't they ever,
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool though.
Yeah, be fucking mint to say. Would you back yourself to go in and spear it, or you?
Oh, fuck yeah. If it's like a little fucking 5 kegger or whatever they were, fucking dead set. That thing would have been dead if I was there with my spear gun. Or I would have fucked it up, either way.
Yeah. Well, it is funny because you see all the people like saying leave it alone, but it's like, what's the difference?
Yeah. It's literally got less impact on anything else you kill because you're not affecting that fishery fuck all anyway.
Yeah. And I think the one in Freo like died the next day.
Yeah, it did. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're probably going to die anyway, so you might as well fucking knock it on the head and walk away hero.
Yeah. Well, you'll be a hero and a villain both at once, which is the best thing to be if we're honest. You want a little bit of hate with your love.
Yeah, that's right. And then just dump the carcass on the front lawn of old mate, the bad critic from your show. Fuck him.
Yeah. Fucking just like goat noises on the way out. Fuck you.
It's like the old one goat, one swordfish.
One swordfish. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, so that shit's pretty cool. Have you seen anything else? I know we seen sperm whales out of Exmouth, which I didn't realise you got there. Not that they're a fish, but
Yeah, well, you know what Exmouth's like. The more time you spend there, the more shit you see. Anyway, there's fucking. I'd have to arguably have them fucking one of the most marine mammal different species in the world. I think you fucking different dolphins and some sorts of fucking whales and shit just pop up all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, like, you know, I was there 20 years commercial fishing, and you bloody one day you just see something that you've never seen, and then, you know, one of them will wash up on a fucking beach in the Gulf, and then some fucking hero goes down there, oh, I've discovered a new species. It's like, everyone's been looking at that for the last fucking 10 years, like, been talking about that same fucking whale, you know?
Yeah. Fuck off. Well, there was like a big elephant seal that was there for years that used to terrorize the surfers. So,
yeah, that's right. And now a crocodile.
Yeah, the crocodile. He been there for a while.
Yeah.
Seen some cool footage of him.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he went from being a myth to being totally fucking real.
Yeah. It's funny because there were still people denying it, even after like the videos get posted. It's like, what do you think it is?
Yeah. And they openly fucking shoot them at fucking the Ashburton. So it's like, it's like fucking 100 k's away. It's like, how is this a big fucking surprise?
Yeah. That's like a lot more likely than fucking, you know, a broadbill in Hillary's to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially they shot that one that had already gone past Exmouth, was down near Coral Bay when they fucking shot it.
Yeah, that's right.
And people were like, no, there wouldn't be a crocodile here. It's like, there has been a crocodile here, though.
Yeah.
People were weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else that comes to mind?
Not off the top of my head.
I got a few cool ones sent in.
I did.
There was.
I got one. I seen a fucking Insta story of some cunt catching a dolphin fish up a like Barra Creek or something the other day.
Oh yeah, I think I might have seen that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. I don't know if we got sent that, but yeah, fucking. He's like chasing Barra or something, and then I don't know if he's seen it.
It's really clear though, the creek, but
yeah. Well, someone got. Or at Fraser 1, he sent in, he got a wahoo while barra fishing in Carafa. So that's
wild.
Similar fucking lines.
That's crazy. It's not like a mackerel. It's a fucking wahoo, you know? Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like getting a billfish.
Yeah. I think Josh might have got one in the Gulf, eh? Is that right? Maybe I'm making that up.
It wouldn't surprise me. You spent more time than anyone out there doing that, so...
Yeah. Someone fact check me. I could be fucking lying, but...
Yeah, just make it up.
Yeah, fucking people catch things everywhere. Yeah, probably the coolest one from my side, but mainly because I could be that I'm just ignorant. But Tidal Blues sent in a Metro tarpon at Mandurah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I think they got two. Just fucking lure fishing off the beach, Mandurah. Like, is that not completely insane?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the Australian tarpon. I know you get a few of them in different places. I've caught them up in Kununurra.
Yep.
But, I'm not too sure. They get them in Exmouth, I know. But, well, I don't know. I don't know what their fucking range is or anything about them, really.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I was like, fuck. Yeah. Would have been fucking wicked. You'd be pinging, like, catching that out of there, though, surely.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, that sort of stuff, catching anything you like, especially different.
Yeah. Yeah, it fucking changes everything, doesn't it? Like, where you catch it. It's like completely different feeling when you catch something that you're not supposed to catch in a different area. Even if you grew up catching that same fish somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like,
it's funny, like Tim with his shooting snapper, you know, he gets like a 6 or 7 kilo one, just goes nuts. Yeah, it's like he's been to New Zealand and shot like a 12 point something with me. It's like, and then still goes nuts on like 6 kilo ones. He's like, you never get a 6 kilo one here. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
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 Well, it's like us catching spangos flat out, you know, like in Exmouth, you're like, whatever. But, you know, if you went out at Rottnest and caught a spango, you'd be like, holy fuck.
You would too, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Such a head fuck how all that works. You go to different places to make your fishing harder to get more excited about something that's not as good, but somehow better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's about all I got from that. We did get told to look at Ross Cusack's book, Hooked for Life. It's all metro fishing.
Yeah, okay.
That apparently there's like heaps of cool weird fish caught in different spots, but
yeah, cool.
I don't fucking know. So
yeah, right.
Yeah. No, that's cool. You got anything to add?
Nah, just that in 3 days I'm going up to Bermagiri to do some marlin fishing, so that should be pretty good.
Fuck yeah. So chasing stripes?
Yeah, hopefully. Last year I only got a couple of days in because I'm supposed to do a couple more, but I blew the compressor on my motorhome up, and the days I could get it fixed weren't in Burmy, they were in Narooma, so I missed the next couple of days fishing. But yeah, I really want to see him bait ball, and last year I didn't get to see that. We hooked a double and seen some others, but we caught a fair few. But they're nice fish. They're all like 100 kilo fish.
Yep.
And but yeah, to see them bait balling is what I really want to see. That's what I'm going for. That'll be awesome. Hopefully.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Do you know who you're fishing with, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, no. So I'm fishing with family friend Greg Buckland. His daughter come and worked in our shop for a little while in Exmouth, and that's who I fished with last year. And a couple of guys messaged me on Insta. That Georgia Pointer messaged me saying they've been getting a few. They got some off a bait ball the other day, so I'll take me bass gear and hopefully go bass fishing with her again too.
Fuck
and
yeah.
Another guy messaged me asking if I wanted to go fishing with him while I'm there. So if Greg has any days off, I'll be hitting them up anyway. So
yeah, shit yeah. Any chance of getting a podcast while you're there?
Oh, I'll see how I go. I'll take the equipment. Yeah,
Yep.
You know, I'm usually not too fucking good at it, motivated without you around, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, just make sure you bring some batteries. You'll be right.
Yeah, I'll just bring 2 of the 4, but then I'll probably switch out the 2 good ones I've got and really fucking go nowhere.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's the type of operation we like to run.
Yeah,
a little bit of risk.
Yeah.
Fuck oath. All right, cool. Well, yeah, we'll let you fucking get into that. Hopefully get some stories from that. Now I've finished my fringe run. Hopefully we'll get a couple of these podcasts we've been lining up through, and then I'll take off for work, and then COD Nationals. It'll be fucking happening.
Yeah, it should be good, really.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. All right, well, I'll leave you to it. I'll give Jarbs a call in a second. Cheers, Big Horse.
All right, Twizy. See you, mate.
Oi, Big Horse. Welcome to the podcast. How you going?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Fucking just got off the phone with LEEWOLD talking about weird fish and shit like that. So we thought, fuck, if we're talking about weird fish, we might as well talk to a weird bloke, so I gave you a call.
I'm sure he would have been aiming that at you already.
Maybe. Could have been. But yeah. Fucking what have you been up to? You just got back from camping.
Yeah, we went down to down Ningaloo there for a bit. It was pretty windy, but me and Dave, I tried to charge out in the little Renegade for a bit of a deep drop, but we didn't have much luck out there. We come back in and got a few fish, cobia and a red throat and a spango or something like that, and we were back in by 8 o'clock. We went out at 4 o'clock in the morning, so
yeah, right.
A bit of a mission. It was the only time we can get the tin in because it was bloody super low tide. It was like a 0.4 or something like that of a tide. So
yep. Fucking cobias are alright though. You like cobia?
Yeah. What's that?
Do you like cobia to eat?
I do, yeah. Beer battered and deep fried, I reckon it's one of the better ones you can have.
Oof, yeah. Nah, big
cobia
really
fan.
It's funny, people are
But
either
yeah, a lot of-
pro cobia or fucking completely against it, eh?
I was going to say that a lot of people don't rate it. Like say, "Oh, chuck them back." I'm just like, man, they're mint.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it comes to that thing of like some people don't like I don't know, if they cook it, if they just pan fry it, can be like a little bit on the fishy side. It's still not anything like mackie or anything like that. But some people are a bit full on with that kind of stuff, I reckon.
Yep. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Do you do any cray diving, like, once you got up a bit or not really?
We didn't know only because we were heading back and it was a pretty hot weekend. So we're going to try and get the kids out for a bit of a bash, but then they weren't too keen. We got back in anyway. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I've seen Waldo got some good craze, so he must have been hitting up your spots.
No, he's down south at the moment.
Oh, is he? Yeah, fuck.
He's down in
Gonna
March,
say they were big ones.
Yeah, he's been smacking the Jewies and all kinds of stuff down there. So
yeah, right.
He's been doing pretty well. I think he's all around like the 8 to 10 kilo mark with Jewies, so it's still not bad.
Yeah.
And then you put the pots out there today, a bit of swell coming through, so they obviously got a fair few reds there, so it's a good little haul. It's good. I think it's good all year round down in March, like for that kind of inshore reds. So
yep.
They don't get the white run what they do in Perth, but they have like good, like you get jumbos and that all year round down there, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. They're still too far up to get the Southern Reds, aren't they? What's like the Southern Reds kind of get to about Hopetown? Is that?
No, so you'll get them up there.
Yeah, okay.
I've obviously caught them in, which is a bit of a strange one, but I've caught them in Rockingham before.
Yeah, right. Fuck,
yeah,
there you go.
Not the big ones like you get down in Esperance and that, but you get they're like a fair bit bigger than like your normal size 76 mil like red cray.
Yep.
Even like the small ones that we've caught, they always seem to be a fair bit larger. They're in between like a in between like a normal red and like a mumbo or something like that. You know, like around the 1 kilo mark or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, that's cool.
But yeah, that's a bit. I've caught a few there. I've caught one diving and a couple in the pots out there, like chasing the reds on the reef.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure Cade might have got one as well. And I noticed one of the dudes in the W Undersea Club put a post up with like 6 crays that he got, and one of them was a southern that was in Perth as well just recently. So they do get them up there very rarely, but you definitely get a few floating coming a little bit further up north. So
yeah, okay.
Yep.
Did you like try the difference? Could you taste any difference?
It's a hard one to say with crays, I reckon, because they are quite strong flavoured anyways, I reckon. So I couldn't really tell the difference. Maybe the legs were probably a little bit maybe sweeter than the reds, I reckon. Yep. And they're not as long. They're quite, they're quite staunch.
Bit like me.
They're similar like the pack horse, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like
the
same
legs
kind of body, but just different cooler colours on them. They got their real like bright orange legs.
Yep.
And that kind of orangey red through the head as well. So they do look pretty cool.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, those northern like pack horse crays, the legs on them are fucking joy to eat.
Yeah, they're all time, aren't they?
Big chunky fucking things.
They're probably one of the cooler looking crays as well, I reckon. Just like massive head and little tail.
Yeah, the real big ones fucking just look awesome. They don't skip leg day either.
No, that's it, eh?
Fucking.
How are they when you're trying to rip them out like the holes? They just hold on, don't they?
Oh, mate. They fucking make you question yourself as a man for a bit. Yes.
Maybe some. I get them out every time, but I'm not sure that you're a little puny arm.
Oh, fuck yeah, you dog. I gave you too much fucking material there.
I reckon. No, you just kind of buttered yourself up.
Yeah, just fucking put it on the tee and let you fucking tee off. Yeah.
What about yourself, Big Horse? You been gonging any Tommy Ruff or any Taylor down there? What have you been up to?
No, I've been like my last show for Fringe was last night, so it's all been stand-up comedy pretty much. I haven't even got out for a crab dive. I've planned about fucking 10.
Yeah, righto.
But yeah, just fucking doing comedy and then trying to find the reviewer's house to fucking throw eggs at him.
Bad review.
Yeah, fucking dog.
How did the comedy go? All good?
Oh, yeah, not too bad. I had my first walkout. That was interesting.
What, scared them off?
Yeah, like fucking in the intro.
Just over your voice maybe already.
It might have been that because like they got up and it was like 2 minutes into the show. Like I had John Pinder open and then I came on and just kind of started the show, and this couple, they seemed seemed pretty happy. And then
Yeah.
she got up and they fucked off, and I was like joking, like, because I did a joke about Bindi Irwin. I was like, must be Bindi Irwin fans. And then they fucking didn't come back. I was like, fuck.
There you go.
They picked that early. Look,
Didn't they? Yeah, they seen it coming, big ol'.
Yeah, well, fuck, they weren't wrong. So you can't blame them on that. So
No, that's it.
I don't know.
Saved their night, you reckon?
Yeah. Maybe they went fishing.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe they go, oh, the weather's too good to be hanging around listening to this muppet.
Yeah, fuck this. Let's go catch some tailor underneath fucking Canning Bridge.
Yeah, it's it, eh?
Yeah, probably hear people that sound like me a bit more at fucking Canning Bridge, though.
Well, they would, yeah, for sure.
Fairly fucking similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about weird fish.
Yeah.
Any come to mind to you that you've seen over the years, like fish in weird spots?
Trying to think what we've done. I guess you obviously have spoken about like K Browns and all that.
Yeah, he's
on that, but there's a few other. There was I don't know if you've seen. I think I might have sent it to you, that post about the marlin getting wrapped up in the cray pot.
Cray pot. Yeah, fucking that's nuts.
Obviously, yeah, we're pulling it up, and then obviously the marlin had kind of like lassoed itself in it.
Yeah.
That was out of Dongra there, so I think they were obviously out deep, maybe chasing the end of the white, like pushing out.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool to see. Something different, I guess.
Fuck yeah! Imagine pulling that up, like just trying to work out what's on there. You know?
Yeah, I reckon. Like, just kicking around, going, what is going on here?
Yeah, and you know, like as a fisherman, you're having guesses the whole time. You're like rock, snag, fucking,
or shark or something's got wrapped up in it, or tail wrapped, or
no one's picking marlin. They know you have. Right. Could be a marlin. Get the tagpole. Fucking that's the full. Yeah, that's the full. You never know what you're gonna get kind of thing. You start to think you know shit, and then something like that happens. You're like, fucking hell.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not gonna pick that.
Nah. Fucking. One thing I always brought up, or I think I brought it up on a couple times on the podcast, is the tailor that the fly fishermen used to catch in the Exmouth Marina back when it was a creek. Do you remember that? Like,
I do, yeah, which is super odd, isn't it, when you look at it? Like, yeah, I'm not sure how far they actually come north. I know that obviously like Calbarry and that get like the real big ones.
Yep.
I think Shark Bay as well. I'm pretty sure St. Coops and that have some real big ones out of Shark Bay.
Yeah, I think they get like real solid ones there.
Yep.
But that's the weird thing. I don't remember any big ones being caught by the fly fishers. I think they were fairly small.
I reckon it might get to that thing of when it's too warm, so it might be just maybe schooling ones coming through, maybe.
Yep.
Or they got lost and just went a little bit too far north. But it's a weird one even just to come into the Gulf, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think Josh might have put a post. This is the second time where I've said Josh has caught something without actually knowing 100% sure if he has. But I think he posted last year about, either him or one of the deckies or someone caught a tailor, and they were like...
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, because they were like, fucking, has anyone ever heard of catching a tailor out of Exmouth?
Tailor up here.
Yeah. I remember...
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, that Don Emmanuel Smith was the police officer. I remember him going and chasing him. I can't remember if he caught one or not, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then...
Yeah, even obviously Josh with those catching those pingies out in the Gulf.
Yep.
I've heard a few rumours, obviously not sure how true they are, but you know, you can take it with a grain of salt sometimes. But there was talk of like people seeing them out there like spawning.
Oh yeah.
In like the middle of the Gulf, and like people like in a certain spot, and they would fish them and catch them.
Yep.
Which is obviously pretty strange for here, obviously being kind of a colder water kind of species.
Yep.
But yeah, we had that. There's a spot out in like that deeper water out off Exmouth there that we used to fish, and usually just chase like big goldies and pearl perch and that on.
Yep.
And then for some days, then you would go there with the punters and that, and all you catch was stangos. And we had like some people saying, "Oh, this reminds me of Port Phillip Bay," and
yeah.
you're just going, "This is out of control."
Yeah.
But yeah, just for some reason, that's all you'd catch on them. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be just literally just pinky after pinky.
Yep. Yeah.
And
Well,
obviously we're going, oh yuck, pinkies, and they're all frothing on it, going, how good is this?
yeah.
But man, I'd rather goldies
Yeah.
and pearlies, but hey,
Yeah. The old pinkies get a bit gross out of Exmouth, the ones of
they go
eating.
real mushy. I reckon it's the same sort of some people will argue with this, but like the warmer sound obviously gets quite warm in summer when they spawn and they have that little closure.
Yep.
And then they catch them, and then obviously there's heaps of them in there. But I reckon the ones out of there go a bit mushy, and I reckon it's just because of that warmer water. They seem to hang around where the cooling water comes off for the big jennies there, and they spawn there. Obviously that hot water coming out.
Yep.
And I reckon it definitely has something to do with that meat, because even the ones you catch out in colder water here are still quite mushy. Like, you can, when you feel them, you find that your finger will go straight through the flesh.
Yep.
And even the ones I've caught down south, you get some that are half decent, and the other ones are just going, yeah, I wouldn't eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
you'll have heaps of people argue with that.
Yeah, probably. Well, it is weird, because I used to find, like, on Blue Horry, I filleted a fucking lot of Spangos, and the difference between a good Spango and a bad Spango is fucking huge. I reckon that's part of the whole thing of why, like, reds are so highly rated, is just because, you know, depending on size, like, once you get to a big bastard, it's not as good. But, you know, like, they're all fairly much the same, but Spango's, like, the flesh, like, the colour of it, how thick, like, tough it is and shit like that, changed so much from the area you caught them and shit like that. It was
definitely,
insane.
mate. Yeah. I find that with even like blue bone and that, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like, from shooting blueies in the Gulfie and then like shoot them up near the Ronds where it's cleaner water, I reckon I'm guessing it's something they obviously eat.
Yep. Yeah, it would be.
But you know,
sure.
sometimes you feel it a bluey and it stinks straight away.
Yep.
And that's without even cutting into the guts or whatever. You kind of get that smell of, it's either like a crustacean they eat or a shell or something, I reckon, in the Gulf.
Yep.
And it gets that real potent smell. And I reckon even when you cook it, you get an aftertaste of that, whatever that taste is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's kind of in you because you feel it and you can smell it, but I find that even like having them when they're being frozen and then cooking them, I go, oh, that's definitely one out of the Gulf, instead of getting a clean one out in like 20s or something at the Ronds.
Yep.
Yeah, I find it heaps different.
Yeah, it is funny how, like, you smell something, it permeates into everything else, though. Like, I remember, like, my first shit after being on the charter boat and just filleting fish all day would always smell.
Like Rankin.
Yeah, it would. Feel like,
yeah, it's 100%. It's like a I don't know what it is, but yeah, it definitely is a thing. I remember to do the same, like when you go wetline, you come back and it's like, oh, everything just smells like fish.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, quite funny, isn't it?
So that might not be the weird fish, but it's weird enough. The other one was the salmon getting caught off Learmonth Jetty a few years back. Do you remember that?
The Australian salmon, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up the coast. I mean, he's obviously lost for sure because they're usually obviously like colder water, real cold water. So
yeah, and that was a school as well, eh?
What's that?
I think it was a school. Like, they got a few of them.
It was from memory. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but even you think with those fishing, they usually with that colder water, if they have like an influx of like warm water or something, they usually go off the feed.
Yep.
So you think even with that, like coming this far north and being in the Gulf, it's the Gulf temp in winter is probably still like the temp in Perth in summer. You know what I mean? So you look at it like that and go, oh, it's a bit strange for them even to be feeding, but obviously I guess they kind of have to if they're still swimming around and
eventually
burning energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely an odd one.
Well, I think it always feels more odd when a cold water fish is further north, because, you know, you keep talking about how the water's getting warmer south. So it's almost like going in reverse. But then it's a similar thing, you know. You don't know what the cycles of stuff are. Like, I remember one year where there was like 12 months where the Exmouth Marina was just filled with those big pike, like the barracuda type ones, fucking, where there were literally just fucking millions of them everywhere. Like that boat ramp, you'd come down and you just see them all just laying on the bottom. And
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see, wasn't it?
yeah, and like you still get them in there, but not like that. That was just fucking
Nah.
insane.
Yeah, it's funny just the different cycles of fish that you actually get through that marina, eh?
Yeah, no, like it's a cool little spot to look through because I think just the whole thing of it being a creek before it became the marina sort of thing, like holds a bit of that, like your mud crabs and your little crabs that come through, and then the different fish. So that's cool.
Yep.
Didn't you guys get? I think your brother caught scarlet in the Gulf.
He did actually recently, and I've heard a few other people catching them. Because it's very like I've never obviously heard of anyone else getting them until recently.
Yep.
Not very big, but just had those little squid wreck things, and I think he caught about 6 or 7 rankings on a little lump that he had found out there, and then he pulled that up, and he sent me a photo, and I thought straight away I was thinking it's going to be a smallmouth.
Yep.
Smallmouth nanny or crimson, and then he sent the photo through. I was like, no, that's a largemouth. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is an odd thing because I always you look at over reef like far north Queensland and that, and they dominate the big scarlets in shallow water.
Yep.
Well, not shallow. It's like 20s, but I'm guessing they'll be in even shallower there. But you know what I mean? I'm just thinking that in the Gulf, like surely it's very similar.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Obviously, the hard thing with the Gulf, obviously, it gets trawled, so
yeah.
It'd smash all like the little bommies and all that kind of stuff. So there's not much room to like grow and I guess for things in that kind of deeper water to live on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Obviously, they get the wonky holes over east as well, which I'm not sure if we actually get them in WA. I've heard some people saying they think they found them. I'm not sure if they've ever dived them and seen them. Obviously, they get a bit more. The far north Queensland's obviously like tropical, so they have a lot more rainforest and that over there.
Yep.
Which here is obviously desert. So I'm sure there's not too many freshwater natural springs pumping through out there.
Yeah. Fuck off. Yeah, well, it is weird though. Like even with those scarlet though, back to them because like I don't know about you, but the west side, it's not like we would catch them in fairly shallow there compared to like you go a little bit further north once you get to like Long and Barrow and then the Monties. You know, they're coming into like 25, 30 sort of thing.
Exactly.
But I've got spots in like 70 and 80 where you catch them on the west side, but I can't remember catching many, if any, in like 30 or 50.
No, neither. And I never have, and I know I haven't. I've got a spot in 80 and 90 that I catch like big ones around like the 8-9 kilo ones there.
Yep.
But yeah, I've never caught one in anything under probably that, like west side.
Yeah.
But I obviously do a lot of diving at that 30 kind of ground as well, west side, and I've never seen one, never seen a small one.
Yeah.
So it's very odd.
Yeah.
It might be just that different kind of ground because it is that full reef west side, you know what I mean? It's that kind of like the Ningaloo reef, so it's that more so of like coral, and it's not that kind of like, I don't know, I reckon the stuff I dive up north that usually have them on them is obviously like just big bits of limestone and stuff like that with lots of bait.
Yep.
So maybe that's got something to do with it. Who knows?
Yeah, I wonder if they get more of them around Coral Bay, sort of shallow area.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I've done a bit of diving in Coral Bay as well, and I've never seen them.
Yep.
But I think maybe because maybe is that just that ground? It's the same kind of ground as west side here. So
yep.
I think obviously the further you go north, the more you get away from the coral, and you get more into those big limestone lenses and not the little limestone rocks that they seem to hang on.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the difference is, but I'd say it has something to do with that, I reckon.
Yeah. Fuck oath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another little bit of a weird one. Obviously, we get the great whites that come through here a fair bit, but we obviously had a few of them like come into the Gulf.
Yep.
Which is a bit strange considering they are meant to be like a colder water kind of shark and that. But obviously they get them. I think it was Benny Knight was cruising, had that footage. I don't know if you ever seen that one, but he had that footage of he was just like driving up in the Gulf. I think he might have been looking for sails.
Yep.
And he's seen something in the distance. They drove up to, and it was like a 5 meter white just cruising on top of the surface.
Yeah.
And that was the middle of summer, and that was like 45-degree day. So, and the water would have been, pushing the 30s. So
yeah, well,
it's not like it's.
I think they had one in Carafa on like Christmas Day one year. I remember
righto,
seeing the footage from that, and it's just like, well, fuck. Because
it's odd, isn't it?
yeah, because the whole thing with the whites being up there, the talk was always that they obviously followed the whales, but also because we've got that deep water so close, they'd come up out of the cold water. But
Yeah.
and when a whale was like floating in the Gulf, they'd come in there because it's like attracted in. But yeah, it just seems more like they just go wherever the fuck they want, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it, eh?
Yeah, fuck.
I think you think that they come from obviously South Africa a fair bit. You see the tracks pretty much come from straight from South Africa to the point of Exmouth, like North Cape. So
yeah,
they definitely get them a fair bit. They do seem to be always hanging out that deeper water where it's nice and cool out there. But
yeah, fuck off. All right, anything else to add on the weird fish, weird places?
I did have another couple other ones, but I can't remember them now.
No, that's fucking good. Good work.
What about yourself?
Nah, I got fuck all. I haven't done shit. Nah, you always have, like, I remember having those feelings, like, where you're like, fuck, this is unreal, but I'm trying to remember any of them's fucking hard.
Yeah, that's it, eh? It's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, I was drinking a lot more back then.
Yeah, it's probably something normal. You're just hammered.
Yeah, that's it. Just saying shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking of is the other day, like, obviously, before I left Exmouth, however long ago, 8 years ago or whatever it was.
Not long enough.
We used to obviously dive the Gulf heaps, and we started seeing rankings and that in there.
Yep.
And that was a bit strange for us. We were like, oh, that's a bit odd. Like, I wonder if there's more around. And not obviously you dive it now and we see them everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously that's something that they're pushing in, or we just didn't dive that deeper ground that they might have always hung around either. But
yep.
I noticed. I think it might have been even Shane Cooks that I was talking to once, and he was saying about Shark Bay obviously not having many rankings, if any, in that shallow kind of ground.
Yep.
And now they reckon they're in the abundance. You know what I mean? Like, they dive and there's 20 or so bloody rankings on every ledge they dive. So
yeah, right.
They definitely seem to be pushing down the coast.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a strange one, but yeah.
It's funny to work out why. Like, you always have your theories and shit like that. Like, with the crimsons, I found, like, the spots that you'd fish out a bit in shallow, like that'd copper pummeling, the crimson would come back in there, or like would come in there and almost replace, like, the fish that were taken out. Like,
yeah, okay.
So once a spot became shit, you just start catching little crimsons there, and that'd be
like
about
smallmouth
it.
one.
Yeah.
Small, yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, I wonder what that is. Like, 'cause I know obviously some of the spots, like, yeah, it'd be the same thing, like kind of wetlining spots that you'd fish, and then sometimes you go back there and you'd have 30 hooks and you pull up with one crimson on every other bait's been bitten off, you know.
Yeah. And I wonder if, like, the ranking are a little bit like that, where once, like, the trout have been fucking speared out a bit, they start to move in, or whether it's...
Yeah, exactly, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I know that the trout thing, obviously we do a lot of diving on similar spots and that, but yeah, I don't know if there's just heaps of trout there, or they just obviously swim around a lot to find somewhere they want to be. But
yeah,
man, you can shoot 2 trout off a bommy that there's 2 trout on, and then come back the next day and there'll be trout on them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that thing of they've always just keep, like, flowing in, or they, you know, I mean, they must swim around a fair bit and look for something that they actually like to live in.
Yeah. As soon as one bloke moves out of a good home, they're like, fucking looks good to me, and just move straight in.
That's it, eh? Yeah, I've been swimming past here for the last 2 years and he hasn't moved.
Yeah, fuck off.
But yeah, that's probably the only thing I can really remember is obviously the rankings are definitely not really a strange one, obviously, for Exmouth, but
yep.
Definitely to be moving down the coast a bit more.
Yeah, cool. So what are your fishing plans from here? You got any? I've seen you, or we've been talking about you getting the underwater drone out. You had a few technical difficulties.
I spat a dummy the other day, mate. Lost it. I was obviously out there on my own, so I was trying to spool it off, and then the thing's doing like backflips on me when I'm not touching anything. I'm just going, what is going on here?
Yep.
And then I can't really have been this hard to use. And then every time I seemed to get it down like towards the bottom, because I had it anchored because it was too hard to, obviously, there was a fair bit of wind and that around. It was too hard to try and get it to like to be on the spot and still feed it out and be close to it.
Yep.
So I'd anchored on it, and then every time I seemed to go down there, the little off cord would move and it would wouldn't connect to the drone, and that happened about 10 times, and then I just go, that's it, I spat it. Stuck it all in there, done about 30 knots on the way back in.
Yep.
But yeah, hopefully I've had a little pool run the other night with it.
Yep, in the pool.
Yeah, the kids were frothing on it. I just put it in our pool at the back there and just drove it around, got used to it again. But just to test that little cord out, and then I cleaned it up, and it seems to be not dropping out if I wiggle it around and that. So I'm thinking that might have been the issue.
Yeah, wicked.
Hopefully get that out a bit more. I've got a few like wrecks that I found recently, so I want to, and I've dived them. They're pretty cool to dive. So
yep.
I reckon it'd be pretty cool footage to put up on Insta and get some people to have a look at it. But yeah, hopefully a bit more of that. We've had pretty average weather for a long time. Probably the last month and a half been howling every weekend.
Yep.
It looks like a little bit of good weather coming at the moment, but which is good. So
yep.
My brother's finally got his new boat up. I don't know if he's told you about that, has he?
Oh, I stopped believing.
So did I. And I even said to Versteeg, I said, he's dreaming, mate. This has been going on for about 3 years, if not longer. You know what I mean? It ain't happening. And then he sent me through the other day when he was in Newman. He goes, oh, here's all the paperwork. And I'm going, hold on a second. He might have actually done this. He's rocked up with his new center console. It's a Western AEC.
Fucking beautiful.
It's 6 meters, which doesn't sound that big, man, but the thing is just I don't know, it'd be 2.5 meters beam on it. Like, it's massive.
Yeah, right.
Center console. It's got a 175 Suzuki on it.
Fuck. I got to start being nice to him then.
Yeah, it does 47 knots or something flat out.
Fuck,
so it goes pretty up.
Oh, well, he's definitely going to kill someone then.
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't trust him. But yeah, he got a big 12-inch Garmin rock up today, so he just fitted that.
Yep.
A few other little things. Dad might have had a little minor mishap on his first little test drive, but we probably won't go into that because there might be a little bit of sore point.
We'll save that for a Clangers episode in 10 years.
No, I might even just pull it out next time we do a Clangers one.
Right. Sounds good.
But yeah, so it was like the Rodeo kind of thing. No. Maybe not that bad.
Yeah, right. Oh,
but
beautiful.
it was a touchy subject. There was a bit of carry on going on. There was fight between mum and dad. It was quite funny to sit on the outside and laugh at it. I'll tell you what, I'd probably be crying as well if it was my boat. But yeah, I won't. That's all I'm going to say.
We got to fucking get on the boat, so we can't upset him at the moment.
Exactly right. Hopefully he doesn't listen to our podcast. But I just spent the last couple of hours around. I think we've sorted it, so hopefully that's all that we hear of it, mate. So
yeah, right. Beautiful.
But yeah, hopefully get out and do a bit with that as well. So it seems like you can get obviously go up to the islands a bit easier than the old tinny out there getting hammered. So
yep.
But yeah, I think Pemba and that is maybe thinking about a little camping trip this weekend somewhere. So
yep.
There's some nice weather coming up, like some good days in the Gulf. There's a bit of clear on that rip charts as well. Some clear out in that deeper water in the Gulf as well. So
yep.
I think Kay's going to head out tomorrow and see if he can sound some new gear up. He's got the new transducer for it, which is a GT51 side scan. So I reckon he'll do a bit better with that deeper water out there with the side scan. So hopefully find some new spots for me to free dive.
Fuck yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Big things, mate.
I think I talked to you last time about, I'm not sure if I talked on the pod, but we dived some deeper stuff in the Gulf that Kate has found with my tinny.
Yeah, right.
And I don't reckon it's ever been dived before. It was that good.
Yeah, right. I
reckon the trawlers probably go over it because it's just like a limestone, but it's level. It's got like big cracks and that in it.
Yep.
Obviously the trawlers aren't working at the moment, so it's been super clear out there. So we went out there and had a little look around, and I thought, we'll dive it. And we swam down. There was about 7 or 8 trout, and they're all just monsters.
Yeah, right.
And they're all just sitting there looking at you. I was like, man, this has never been dived before.
Yeah.
But no one's had a shot at these things. They're that dumb. But yeah, we found. So we had 2 of those marks that we dived, and one was loaded like with big rankins and trout, and the other one just had heaps of trout on it.
Yep.
Heaps of big blueies and that swimming through, as you would imagine.
Yep.
And then I was cruising back in and found another lump. And I thought, it didn't show like much. It just went real hard bottom. And I thought, look, I'm pretty sure that's like a lump. It would be the same kind of thing, that flat bottom, but just limestone.
Yep.
And I dived down. There was just heaps of blueies and little trout and that around. And when I say little, they were still probably 65, 70s.
Yeah.
But compared to the other spot, they were little.
Yeah, right. Fuck.
But yeah, like I ended up pulling the trick on the massive bluey that swam in, and it just tried to hold me under the crack.
Yep.
So I went pretty hard on it. It just popped the spear through and bent it right at where the pin goes through for the flopper.
Oh shit.
So I'm guessing it obviously wasn't. It might not have gone all the way through it. So it might have been just stuck in there. And then it's obviously gone real hard, and just kinked it, pulled through. So, but it did go pretty. It seemed like it hit maybe a little bit high, or if not, just didn't go through and just pulled a bit of chunk out of his back of his head. So he'd be probably one of the ones that you shoot down the track and it's got that kind of divot behind the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go, he's been hit before.
Any guesses on size?
That would have been pushing 10 again, I reckon.
Oof.
Yeah, it was a proper horse. That's why I was like, I was kind of like, and then I was like, no, I'll hit him. Yeah, he's that deep. He's not going to be coming back.
Yep.
But yeah, I reckon I've got that 1200 Rob Allen roller.
Yep.
And I reckon the band, you need to cut them back like probably every 2 months. I reckon they just lose the punch. I don't know if it's the Rob Allen, the rubber, or Dave, I reckon, seems to think it is. He reckons that rice stuff is the go, and it seems to last a lot longer without actually having to shorten it.
Yeah.
But I noticed that even from that first getting that gun within 2 months, I was going, it doesn't feel like it's got as much kick anymore.
Yep.
And you'd think like a new gun like that would be all right, but yeah, it definitely seems that the rubber loses its elasticity. So
yep.
I'll probably just need to cut them back, and I've got to obviously put a new spear in it.
Yeah.
But I've made another little roll off meter up.
Yeah.
And that thing's got that much punch, so I'll use Manny sub rubber on that. So we'll see how it goes. Fuck
yeah, cool.
Yeah, something different, but yeah, hopefully with the good weather coming up, I'll get out and start slaying a few fish.
Yep. Yeah, fuck oath.
But yeah, hopefully some camping trips, and hopefully use that drone a fair bit. So hopefully on Insta there'll be a bit more stuff coming through, chumming up of some drone footage and some wrecks and other little lumps that I've got. So
yeah, that'd be cool. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what you find too.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's always handy to put that stuff. I'll even might even drop it out to that deeper stuff as well, and just see if I can get some footage of those big trout just sitting outside the hole. So
yep.
I reckon it'd be pretty sick footage if I can get it. So
yeah, fuck oath. All right, wicked. Well, yeah, cheers for chumming up, Big Horse.
All good.
Yeah, I might put it out to any listeners that have seen some weird fish in weird spots. Just keep fucking sending them through, and we'll mention them, or we won't mention them, or fucking.
I reckon it's cool to see some of the stuff that people mention, anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always like fucking. I froth on the shit we get sent. I had actually 3 of the 4 shows I did, we had podcast listeners rock up and fucking.
Oh really?
Yeah, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the good part is they've.
That was Mum, Dad.
Yeah. Apparently,
the 2 sisters.
Yeah. Apparently not LEEWOLD's mum. She doesn't listen. But nah, there were a couple lads at the Kalamunda Hotel one. They were pretty much the only people under 100 at the gig.
Full oldies, was it?
Oh mate, there was one old duck in the front row. Fucking, I thought she was gonna have a heart attack every time I said a bad word. Like I said dog poo, and she audibly goes, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm in trouble here."
Here we go. Yeah. Raining in.
Yeah. So those lads had an experience, but
classic.
Nah, the good part is like anyone that like listens to the pod tends to have fucking good fishing stories. So that's
exactly.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cheers, Big Horse.
Easy. Thanks, mate.
All right. Catches.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now? Dolphin in the killer whale's mouth? Holy shit. Oh, this is the best day of my life, God. What?
I like going down the pond and chasing bluegills and tommy cats.